What's up, peddlers? Paul here. Hey, look. You might have the right number. Gotcha. Just text my friend. It was her birthday today, so had to say happy birthday. Anyway, big news. Well, not really big news. I guess it's small news. As most of you may have noticed, I did not post anything yesterday. I did not live stream yesterday. Like I said, with the new owners, I wasn't 100% sure. Got a little bit of drift going on here. I wasn't 100% sure whether or not I'd be able to start posting or continue posting live streams every Wednesday. But today is Thursday and I am posting a live stream today. So hopefully that makes up for the oops, I got busy and forgot yesterday, I guess is what I should say, which is what happened. I got busy and I forgot. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to turn off the gimbal for a second and rebalance it and try to keep the camera somewhat stable. Oh, that's a little heavy on that side. Still a little heavy. I might have actually had it in the right spot. All right, turning it back on. There we go. Up, down, down, and up. So, shop news. Shop news is looking good. We currently have way more space. Things are getting cleared out slowly but surely. Most of these bikes are here still. Service. These are supposed to be disappearing soon. They're pretty dope. Old Cannondale Super V's. Consignment. That's kind of the big news. Consignment here at the bike shop is disappearing. It's done. It's over. It's kaput. We are no longer doing consignment. We currently have what we have left for consignment bikes here. We're going to be having people come to pick up, but we are currently posting them on Facebook and Craigslist to help customers get them sold. So we're still willing to help you, but we are no longer doing consignment, which we need the space. It's a small shop. We need the space. So the other big news is new bikes are coming in. We are going back to being Cannondale dealers, so we will be having Cannondales in stock. I may be getting a new bike soon. We'll see. I can almost ride. When I say almost, I up, down. Had to do a bit of test ride today on this thing. I took it out. It was definitely interesting. So I'm a little bit bummed. I still will. I have a thing that I'm planning, but basically this BMX bike and another customer's hybrid cruiser thing I had to take out earlier for a test ride as well. So those have been the first two actual bikes that I've ridden since my crash. My shoulder still hurts when I ride, like hit bumps, and it hurts. So I've got to keep working on it. I got to keep exercising it. I've had some advice from another follower on the channel who has given me a good worksheet on some of the exercises I should be doing. Keyword there is should be doing. I've not been doing them as much as I should be doing them, but I'm working on it. I've been getting a little bit better. So, wow, this thing is floating. It's never. It's interesting. So I'm ADD in my gimbal. So consignment stuff is going away. You know, it's just a bummer because sometimes we get nice stuff like this Cannondale here, but then we get other stuff like this Fuji. I'm not saying it's not nice. It's just if you want to sell your bike, one of two things: either know what you want for it and take the advice from the shop that is trying to sell it for you. If they're telling you things like your 2013 Trek Fuel EX99 26-inch wheel full suspension mountain bike is not worth $5,000, listen to the shop or take it home and try to sell it yourself, because nobody's going to pay $5,000 for that. For $5,000 right now, I can get a brand new Diamondback carbon bike that is just as equipped as that bike with 27.5 wheels on it. and be happy. Or 29er if I want to go find a 29er from like Cannondale or GT or one of these other companies that's doing 29er. Heck, I can go get a nice downhill bike for $5,000. So $5,000 for a used bike. The thing needs to be upwards of over $10,000 and no more than like 2 years old, maybe. So things are getting done. That's currently what I'm working on, and I'm actually gonna sit down and work on that a little bit today. Is getting some more stuff posted to Craigslist. I've got my gear here today: laptop, camera. I bought a sweet new tripod, which I don't know if anybody wants to see that. I've got a few tripods that I've bought recently that I've been using for filming. If you're interested in watching any review videos on my camera gear or my tripods or anything that I use to shoot, let me know. I would be happy to do some kind of review-ish type videos on some of the gear that I use. I've got all kinds of stuff, and right now, because I can't ride so much, I'd love to get fresh stuff out to everybody. So if you're interested in kind of how I mount my cameras or anything like that, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know. I'd be happy to start making some videos on that stuff. I love my camera gear. I buy cheap stuff because I'm broke most of the time. So I try to keep my budget nice and low, and I use a lot of technique to get the best out of my shots. So yes, anybody can get a really good cinematic look or good footage from a $4,000 drone. I don't have a $4,000 drone. Probably one of the most expensive pieces of gear that I bought is a $280 tripod, which I cringe when I think about that. But talking to any videographer that I know and anybody that's really into photography, tripods are key. Spending money on a good tripod is a very good investment, because a good tripod can make a crap camera take better shots, essentially. A crappy tripod and a crappy camera, everything's shaking, things just never quite look right. So good stable tripod will make a okay camera take good shots with a good photographer behind it. I've been watching a great series from Digital Rev, Protog, Cheap Cam. Absolutely love it. They're giving these photographers the biggest piece of junk cameras, and these guys are making amazing shots. So yes, cameras make your life easier. Good glass, good cameras make your life easier, but set up your shots, plan your shots, work within the bounds of the camera that you have, and you can make some amazing stuff. My gimbal is floating all kinds of weird. I should probably put it on fully manual mode here. And I figured out why everything's backwards, because I'm actually using the gimbal backwards, so don't mind me. When it's the other way, everything's right. So we're gonna keep it here. I am only going to stream for maybe, I don't know, probably not much longer. I'm gonna hang out, see if anybody pops into chat here. I'm not sure if anybody will. Oops, left is right, right is left. We had this discussion last week, remember? So as of right now, we are back to my desk. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Back to my desk for the day. The other thing that I'm doing now, which is not normal for me, is currently replying back to things, because that's important to do. And answering the phone. So, every time I sit down to work or do something, we get a phone call, which is fine. So, give me 1 second. Let me do the work thing. 3 rings, always 3 rings. Good afternoon, Village Cycle Shop. Pardon? This is Paul. No, the owner is currently out right now. Yes. Gotcha. So as of right now, we have the new owner has taken over the shop recently, and we are posting stuff like that online to try to help get some traffic through. But he was actually going to call you here a little bit today. We are no longer going to be able to hold consignment bikes here at the shop. We're Yeah, we're still gonna try to sell it. We're gonna get it posted, but we just can't keep it here anymore. We're bringing in new bikes and a clothing line, and we just don't have the storage space for that. So, um, yep. So I've actually just finished posting that to Craigslist a few minutes ago, and I'll be posting it to Facebook Marketplace as well. But that's kind of where we're sitting at right now with any of the consignment bikes here. We will do our best. Let me just double check. How much were you wanting to get for that? Okay. Right. 354. So I'm making sure so that way when I get this stuff posted, I know if I have any wiggle room on negotiations here. Yeah, I try to get people to understand that when I post something for a price, that's what I intend on selling it for. So most people on Craigslist know that when they're looking at my ads, that's what they're getting. You know, I don't do too much wiggle room with my prices. So. What's the number? Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what I've got. Perfect. So, yeah, so that's what we're working on right now. I will leave a note here that you called. Uh, do expect a call at some point, though, from the new owner. He's making his rounds through all the bikes that we have here. That would be, I'm Paul, and that's who you're talking with now, and then Jason was the old owner. There, I've actually met 3 Igors since I've been alive. You would be the third. Um, that's nice. Okay. Nice. Awesome. So, like I said, kind of expect a call from Steve. He's our new owner. At some point, he may call you back a little bit later today to kind of go over what's going on. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And then we'll go from there. I do. I absolutely do. All right. I hope you guys start feeling better. Yeah, I know that feeling. I've got a few issues of my own that have kept me in pain pretty much from now until forever. So, that I can absolutely agree with. Surgery is no fun at all. Alrighty. All right, take care. Bye. So, there we go. That was one customer down, and like I said, the new owner's probably still going to call and give him the heads up that consignment bikes are going bye-bye. Bikes that are here for show, that are taking up space that we need, going bye-bye. I think the one thing that we may keep, and I don't know how well this is going to show it, but let me swing this thing around. I guess I don't need to swing it too far. Just hit the button. That. It is very likely that we will keep the penny farthing that we have here because, you know, who doesn't want to have a penny farthing in their shop? That one's dope. It's not really in the way, it's just kind of hanging in the middle of nowhere, floating on its own. So, back to what I was doing. So, Craigslist and Facebook post, that's what's been happening. If, you know, any of my local people want to share and post some of this stuff, let me know. If anybody's looking for a bike, whether or not be local or whatever, really, I can post some links. Let me know if you need them. Just comment and I can post links to certain things. We can ship just about anywhere. Shipping will be at your expense, obviously, because we're just trying to get rid of these things. They need to be out of the shop. So within the next couple of weeks, we can have new bikes in the shop. I miss seeing new bikes in the shop. I miss having a bike. I miss riding a bike. I really miss riding a bike. So that's a topic of discussion from one of the vidIQ live streams that I was part of. That we wanted to. There was a suggestion that I make a video kind of on my mountain bike injury and how I've been dealing with it to possibly help others. It's a little hard for me to get motivated to do that because I've been really bad about doing things that I know I should do, as well as I haven't been back to another doctor. I went to the ER and then came home and that was it. And I've just kind of been doing a bunch of research on my own, looking for continuity across things like the types of exercises I should be doing. Basically, if say you look at 100 videos and you see 100 different people doing 100 different exercises, but every video or a big majority of the videos do the same exercise and a big majority tell you the same thing: work until it hurts, not work through the pain, work until it hurts. I start listening to those videos and those people because it seems like the continuity lets me know that everybody's kind of on the same page with certain exercises and other people are up in the air about certain exercises. You know, and it comes down to it. If you got insurance, go to your doctor, talk to your doctors, talk to your orthopedics, talk to your physical therapist. I've been meaning to reach out to a friend of mine. She's a physical therapist. I hate kind of asking for those favors because of it's America and liability, and I need to do that hypothetical thing. Say, like, hypothetically, if somebody that you knew were to do something stupid such as crash your mountain bike really bad out in the mountains on the first day of a 4-day trip, what should you do? But I need to find out. I need to see what I should be doing to make sure that, because I need the shoulder to work. I'm too young to be having broken, messed up things not doing what they're supposed to do shoulders. So I need the shoulder to work. I need to get back to riding. I need to get back to filming. What's up, BK42 Channel? I guess I was streaming at the right time today that you're still awake. I know, I do, I really do. I hate asking people for things. I hate asking for favors. So, yeah, man, I loved your last video. It was great. I pretty much love every video that you put out. So, it's not super hard for me to want to recommend your videos to people. They've actually inspired me. Your barbershop video inspired me for a video that I may be filming Friday. So hopefully it's as good as yours, because yours was awesome. Hopefully it's as good as yours. The editing that you do just takes already good filmmaking and just makes it better, which is great. So I've been planning this in my head slightly. Like, I haven't taken a whole lot of time because I've picked up another actual job where I sit down and I work for other people instead of just doing work for myself. So I've been slacking off a little bit on planning, but luckily I'm off work tomorrow. So I'm gonna get up in the morning and I'm gonna get the bike set up and hopefully get some riding. You missed earlier in the video, which I'm guessing you'll probably watch later, but today I actually had to test ride 2 bikes. I'm the only mechanic in the shop today. So I rode a bike today. It was great. I haven't ridden a bike since my accident. So I was super excited to get to ride today. Even if it was just up and down the street, just to test out a bike. I took the new owner out yesterday, which is why I didn't do the stream yesterday, because we were super busy all day. There's a lot of stuff that we've been planning. He's actually currently out of the shop, so I snuck in a little bit of stream time. But I took him out on. Let's go check these things out. I don't know if you've ever seen them. Whoop! Hold on. Nope, that's not it. That's the TV. I'm coming back around. Give me a second. I'll get there. As I walk around, we're looking at things. We're back looking at me. Actually, we can turn it around and check these things out. So, recumbent tricycles. We've got 2 of them in the shop right now. Everybody likes to say they're for old people. They're not. They're probably. We rode one of these a couple miles yesterday just to get out because the new owner had never ridden one before. So I took him out and we did some riding. It was great. Let me see if I can keep that up there. Working. It's I'm working at the shop. The other shop is it's an automotive shop. So hey, look, we're even more alike than we thought before. So my buddy owns a speed shop / repair shop / he's now a used car dealer. So I'm pretty much doing the same types of things for him that I do here, doing some basic maintenance work when my shoulder heals, as well as I will be doing some video work for him, some photo work, and posting stuff online to try and help get some stuff sold. Yeah, dude, the trikes are fun. I'm old anyway. I feel old right now. I feel old and broken and sore. I wake up in the morning and I hurt. I go to bed at night and I hurt. Things have not been fun. It takes me forever to get going in the morning now. So it was nice getting out today and yesterday, just being out on a bike of some sort, being out on wheels. So I'm hoping that now that I know I can at least handle sitting and pedaling for a little bit, and I rode a BMX bike earlier today. I was able to kind of feel that I could at least hold myself up on my shoulder in certain positions. So yeah, absolutely true. I'm not going out to go jump my mountain bike anytime soon, from what I can feel. Maybe another couple of months before I start really getting out on the trails again. But for now, it's going to be get up in the mornings and go ride a couple miles with a buddy of mine around my neighborhood, and just I got to get back in shape. I got to get back to riding. It drives me nuts not being on a bike. But yeah, definitely going to take it slow. I'm not in a place where I want to jump into things a little too quickly and have this injury either stay kind of a permanent injury or get worse before it gets better. So slow is key. I will be posting some stuff on Instagram tomorrow from my trike ride yesterday. I wanted to kind of hold up on that just because I want to see how it actually came out, because I'm riding and holding a phone and doing some Instagram stuff. So gonna put together a little Instagram mix and toss it up either on Instagram TV or Instagram story. I did post something on Instagram TV a couple days ago, a week ago. I don't know. I've been slacking off on Instagram. So I gave myself the goal for Instagram to just post a photo every day. And no extra hashtags. It will be hashtag InstaDaily just every day. I'm just going to post a photo or a video or something that I've got on my phone and just put it up on Instagram and go from there and see how that goes. I haven't really used it much. I don't think I've actually watched anybody else's videos. I know I posted a video myself. I don't remember what it was. I actually have no idea what I posted there, which is funny. Man, now I'm wondering what I posted. It might have been one of my Instabits videos from YouTube, which is that was kind of the goal of those videos anyway, was to keep the actual meat of the video a minute long, so I could post it on Instagram for a video, and then like have the intro and the exit, just crop those out, but leave the middle section where all the action was happening and post those on Instagram later on. I'm not so the only thing that's really changed with Instagram video is it's allowing you to take videos that are longer than a minute. I think up to about 15 minutes, and you can post them on Instagram. So basically it's the old format of YouTube. So YouTube used to max out at about 15 minutes per video. So they've now kind of started doing that. So you can now post videos on Instagram that are longer than a minute using Instagram TV. I've always kind of cheated and done my stories if I need them longer than a minute, rather than do like minute stories and just little segments at a time. I just do a live stream. So say I needed 5 minutes to talk about something, I would use live stream and film for 5 minutes and then just post it for 24 hours, just like the normal stories. And now you can save those and repost them again later. And by default, I save everything from Instagram to my phone anyway, so I can go back through and repost them or edit them later, or use them for some of my YouTube videos. Actually, my trip to Fats in North Carolina, when I went up last year, I used one of my Instagram stories as the intro to the video. So always thinking, always and all that. Actually, I didn't plan for that, but it worked out pretty good. But now that I know it works, and when you're using it for like an intro, I don't need perfect resolution. So if I'm filming portrait, I can always landscape it by just blowing up the photo or the video by like 200 or 300%, which if I'm filming in 4K, that's fine, but I'd like to keep as much as possible. Oh, good. So and this is another thing, and I was talking about gear earlier. I just bought some new home studio gear, audio gear, specifically for my voiceovers. So it sounded really good, and I tested it out last night as well on a program called Discord that I use for one of the games that I play. And I was like, well, hey, how do I sound? And everybody's like, whoa, you sound amazing. And I was like, that's what I wanted to hear. And it's great because I spent very little money on that equipment. So I'm thinking that, I don't know how well it would work kind of crossing over to doing, going from what I already do to kind of posting videos on the gear that I'm using. But I might have to try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and move on. So I ended up getting a new condenser microphone with a shock mount, boom stand, XLR to XLR, and a audio interface. So my mic goes into that. It gets power from the audio interface. The audio interface plugs in to my computer via USB, which makes audio sound great. That's kind of the reason I set it up. And it is a bit of gear. It's definitely not something that you want to typically travel with too much, but I can actually, the audio interface it's not very big. I can bring it with me places and plug it into my laptop and just bring kind of like a handheld mic. I might buy another smaller microphone when I do live streams and stuff. Hopefully the audio on this live stream isn't too bad, because I'm recording right from my phone, The one of the big things that I see with my phone is that the Wi-Fi here at the shop isn't the best. So the video quality when I go back to look at it later typically goes down to like 480p, which that's crap resolution. Like anything less than 720 nowadays is just you're wasting your time, which it's sad to say because my phone has a 4K screen. I don't even have 4K screens at my house anywhere, but my phone does 4K. So I've been using my phone a lot to preview my videos to make sure everything looks okay. I'm looking to get a drone soon too. Though currently my drone money that I've been saving up is now going towards medical bills. So I might have to wait a little bit longer on my drone. I'm a little sad because I was getting a little excited about having a drone. Excuse me. But yeah, so today has just kind of been sit in front of my laptop and edit videos, and somebody just sent me a message. Oh, 5 megapixel camera. I need to send you a link to this video series that I've been watching on YouTube. It's called Protog Cheap Camera Challenge, and they take pro photographers and pro videographers and give them like these really, really cheap cameras to shoot photos and videos with. And one of them was great. They gave them these like kitty action cameras that I think were like 0.8 megapixels to shoot skateboarders at a skate park, which, I mean, like, come on. But, like they say, it's not the camera, it's all about the photographer. And look at that. I just posted something and it might actually go for sale today. Give me 1 second, I just gotta reply back to this Facebook message on a bike that I just posted for sale. So yeah, no, I was supposed to send you the how I did the robot voiceover. It was a few steps. The program that I used was online, and then when I played it back, I recorded my audio using Open Broadcast Studio, and then I took that recorded audio and then imported it into my video editing software. So I'll send you the link to that as well when I get home today. It'll be kind of late your time. Give me 1 second, working again. Geometry. How do you spell geometry? I can't spell. Man, it's a good thing my computer auto-corrects things for me. Hey, look, you can spell better than I can. So, for you, and I've had this discussion with a few people, like for me to make grammar mistakes in my native tongue is bad. I shouldn't do it. For you speaking English and making grammatical mistakes, most of the time, yes, you're gonna have these people that love to want to correct your grammar, but my thought is if they can understand what you said enough to correct your mistake, then they shouldn't be correcting your mistake in the first place, because they understood what you were trying to say. I'm the type of person, if I understand what you're saying, unless you say something like, oh, this and this, is that right? If you ask me if something's right, then yes, I will correct you. But if I understood what you said, then there's no reason to correct you. Always, man, always. It's some people have nothing better to do than to hate. I mean, it's not worth it, man. We're out there having fun and entertaining the masses, and there's no reason to be rude. I'm one of those people that I thumb down very few videos. I'll actually thumb up videos if the video itself was okay or good. But if I had complaints about it, or I have things that I don't understand or that I didn't like, I'll say something about it just so they know. It's not to be rude. It's not to say, hey, your video sucks. If I'm saying, hey, your video sucks, it's with an explanation of what it is that I didn't like about it or I didn't think worked. I have one example that I watched a video on how to do a time lapse. But it wasn't a time lapse. Actually, this guy just took 20 or 30 minutes of footage and sped it up super fast. That's not time lapse. Time lapse is taking photos, individual photos, and then putting them on a timeline and just making a video out of individual photos. Weird to see a mountain bike with no shocks. And so I told him that. I go, hey, this isn't, maybe you might want to retitle this, or, maybe you might want to rephrase what you're saying. If you want to say, hey, how to fake a time lapse, that would be one way to do it. You shoot a video, you shoot a long video, but you shrink it down to a few minutes or a few seconds. If I shoot a 10-minute video and I shrink it down to 15 seconds by just speeding it up, that's one way to fake the time lapse look, but it's not a time lapse. So faking a time lapse is cool, but label your video like that. Or, clickbait. Clickbait's something else that I hate. I'll see videos where people want to post something that looks really cool that's going to get you to click the video, but you watch the whole video and that scene never shows up. So that's something, from the vidIQ guys that I wish they would kind of say more when they're talking about thumbnails, not to just like do screen grabs. Screen grabs are actually really good, but don't just screen grab and post that. Screen grab and make something different. So my last few thumbnails are screen grabs, and then I've actually learned how to use Photoshop way better in the last couple of weeks. So I've been doing some type of a pose or the YouTube face or whatever, and then superimposing myself on that screen grab, like over in the corner or over in the other corner, and posting the action from the video, or taking that action shot and making it super clear and then blurring all the background, and then again posting my face like over in a corner doing something silly, things like that. So those make some of the best screenshots that I've made so far. But don't just make a screenshot of something that never actually happens in the video, unless you're just doing like I'm gonna advertise the GoPro Hero 2, and if I just take a picture of me holding a GoPro and you never see me actually do this in the video, that's fine, because you're advertising what your video is about. So that's not a big deal. But don't show some half-naked girl and then never show a half-naked girl in your video. It's just rude. You have to watch a whole video for that. And give me 1 second, I gotta reply back to this guy. Okay, I know you said something. I saw it pop up. So there's a story that goes with this camera. This camera was actually donated to me by a How you doing, man?
I don't know yet.
Uh-oh.
My buddy went and got me a tube.
Didn't I just fix that?
We fixed it, yeah, but it didn't work. So he went and got this. I said, just get the cheapest one, gave him the size, and he got me that.
They'll still work.
Well, that's cool. I just didn't know. It said for use with. I'm like, oh my God, please tell me I can get this in there and just pump my tire up. And
So the answer to that is yes.
it's like a hassle. I'm trying not to bother you guys either.
That's all right, man. Man, so
I've never seen one like this, so I don't know.
this is dope. Goodyear comes with its own tire levers.
You want those?
Oh man, hold on to those.
Why? I never need them.
I know those come off really nice. Yeah, I'll hold on to
There,
them.
you keep them. Yeah, I don't need it.
So, typically speaking, if your tire ran really high pressures, I wouldn't recommend this.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to be tricky for you, and give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I might have something.
Okay. I mean, I'll give you that thing for a brand new. It's brand new. I just got it from Walmart. I mean, it's cheapy, but.
So
hey.
here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trade you these tire levers for this.
Okay.
All this looks different.
Mm-hmm.
To use these with a normal pump, you unscrew this bit,
Mm-hmm.
then you take this piece with the O-ring side, put it in, and you screw it down. I should probably be filming this.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Let's scroll around.
There you go.
We're going to see how to use valve adapters so you can use a standard Presta style pump. So this is the valve adapter. That's it. So yeah, it should.
Perfect.
That's what I'm doing. So this is a valve adapter. This allows you to use pretty much any standard air compressor or air pump that most people will have, any car pump, anything like that, on a Presta valve. So this is a Shrader valve adapter, and this is the Presta valve style. So to use the Presta valve, there's a little screw bit here on the top. You untwist that fully. When there's air in here, it'll actually kind of be stuck open. You kind of press it down a little bit to break it free. You'll hear some air come out. You take the adapter. There's an O-ring side and a threaded side. The threaded side faces up. We push that on. We thread it down. And since I need to put some air in this, give me 1 second. Let me go grab my compressor hose. This is some fancy stuff right here. And then a standard compressor fitting just goes on, and there it is. We now have air in the tube without any crazy magic, which we need to put air in it anyway. So this comes off. You can leave this on here, but always take it off and thread this back down, because you will lose air otherwise. And then you can thread the adapter right back on after. And then you can just leave it there like a valve cap. To put air back in, take it off. Unscrew the valve. Like I said, see how it kind of stays up? Mm-hmm. And when you press it, it goes down. So we're gonna thread that back on. Go ahead and install that back in. Gonna do a bit of a tire install here, and we try to be a super helpful shop.
And they are.
We do our best.
And you do.
Some people don't like us, but you know, everybody's got to be mad at somebody at some point. I gotta remember how to use this gimbal. Like, buttons go everywhere. The joystick on this is backwards when I'm using the camera backwards. So that's Presta valve. In a pinch, or if you're on a budget, and like this gentleman, somebody got him a tube and it has the wrong valve, they'll work. You know, if we want to get really fancy, we could put a few layers of tape in there. But I've actually never had problems running Presta valve tubes and Shrader valve rims on things like mountain bikes and cruisers. I probably wouldn't do it on a road bike when I'm putting 100 PSI in a tire, because that will be your weak point. There's a little bit of room to squeeze some stuff in there. So, because we are cheating and using the wrong valve in the hole, it's a bit of wiggle to it. We will actually use the lock nut that goes on there. thread that on. Nice long valve. There we go. So we're gonna open this back up, throw the adapter back on here. Grab my compressor again. Hopefully not knock over anything important or expensive. I don't have a lot of air left in here. Actually might get pretty close. And send my compressor hose flying back across the shop. So, for now, if you want to grab the blue pump that's over there.
Yep.
And it actually has,
Wow. Ooh.
it's pretty close.
Yeah,
I think I had a little bit of pressure left in my compressor.
blue one?
The blue one, yes sir. It has a small hole on it, and the small hole is what you're going to want to put onto that valve. If you have a pump like that, that's great. If you don't, then that's what this is going to be for.
Yeah, I don't have a pump, period.
Well, so there you
Somebody
go.
need that.
So yeah, definitely, you're not going to need that for this pump because this pump actually has a smart head on it.
Oh.
It has two separate holes, so yep, you use the inside hole.
No way.
We have fancy things here.
That's good, yeah. Okay, so I'm down on there.
Yep, down on there and then flip the... Yeah, so it's at almost 30 pounds there. Huh, I guess I had a little bit of air left in the tank.
That's cool. What do you think is good for this? Because I'm like 185 pounds.
What's it say on the sidewall for that? There's probably a listed pressure.
I thought it said 40. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so keep it around 40 will probably be good.
Okay.
For cruiser tires, I typically will run them right about their max pressure.
Okay. You think
So
that's pretty good?
That's probably good right there.
Okay.
And there you so.
And I need to screw this down.
Well, let's twist back around and.
Do you want to do this on video?
Oh yeah, let's.
Okay.
There
Just
you go.
snug.
Yeah, nice and snug. Doesn't have to be
Okay.
super tight. We'll make sure this is all the way down, and then we'll.
Is that all the way down?
Yep, that's just, it doesn't need to be super tight,
Okay.
and then it's nice and snug,
Okay.
and then we'll go ahead and thread the adapter on there.
Oh my God.
There you are, man.
What a trip.
You are all set. It's definitely weird.
Well, at least I've never used one like this. So. What a trip, man.
So yeah.
Put this back up. Yeah. Put that tire on. It was fine. Then I sat there for like half an hour. I was like, just let me see what happens.
Like I said, it was right there on the seam. They're
Yeah.
really hard to seal up when they're on the seam.
And I was just like, you know what? I'll just get a new tube.
Right.
And I was tired of dealing with it. And now I'm back. And can I put it this way, or if you want it, I don't know.
There's a trash can right over there, and you can just toss it right in there.
Man,
You're all set.
thank you.
You're very
All
welcome.
I can say right now is thank you. And I'll come back around, and there's your tube.
Not a problem.
We'll see you later. man.
Take care. Ride safe.
Wow, right on. Cool.
And shop life. Thanks, man. Let me put some tools away. Yeah. Oop, let me figure out how to. Can't always see chat. Polish, nice. Yeah, sometimes it's not super important to actually understand what they're saying if the riding's fun to watch. Yeah, I'm always cool with. I've actually watched a few Polish channels. There's some guys that ride, and they're good. So, Sorry, I'm replying to. I actually just posted a bike for sale on Facebook that we have here at the shop, and I'm actually getting messages for for people wanting to buy it. It's funny that I have the. Oh, wow. Let's see. You put bikes for sale for cheap, they go fast. I, it's like a 1990, maybe early 2000 Cannondale with a blown head shock. It most likely needs new brakes, rear tires pretty worn out, drivetrain's probably pretty worn out. The grips are melting, I guess is the right word for it. They're just kind of, they deteriorate in your hand. We've actually got a rubber glove over it right now because none of us want to touch it. I'll be here, man. I'm gonna keep replying back to these. Man, Facebook's the way to go. I've had this stuff up on Craigslist and no phone calls, but man, stuff is going quick on Facebook. And it's lunchtime. Oh, it's 2:30. I wonder why I'm hungry. And there's the phone. I say that, watch this be somebody looking for one of the bikes that I have for sale. It says important. Thank you for calling Village Cycle Shop.
Google local listing. Press 1 now to authenticate and register your Google local listing. Press 1 or press 2 to be removed from the call list.
Oh, I just want to be removed from the call list.
You have been added to our do not call list.
Thank you. I don't even know what these people are talking about. Ugh. Love marketing calls. Awesome. So that means I'm already ahead of the game here. So I need to start posting some bikes. I got to see what I have. I took a bunch of photos yesterday, and so while we're at it, let's post some bikes for sale. So hey, look at that! I'm almost an hour into a live stream. It's always nice when I have somebody to talk to. I feel a little less crazy talking to myself. You guys out there in the digital world. Sorry. I think it's hunger, lack of sleep, and look, I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. Waiting for my boss to come back in here while I'm acting silly. I'm posting stuff for sale here. This is probably going to drive me nuts because I'm going to be getting constant messages on Facebook about this stuff. What am I selling? What do I want to sell now? I've got a tandem for sale. I got a tandem beach cruiser for sale. That's like fun. My boss is like, hey, you want to go for a ride with me? I'm like, no. I rode the thing myself. I don't think I have trust issues, I guess. Oh, man. It's been a good day. Let's look at this. Let's pull this up, man. So I took some inspiration for some of these shots from your bikes. My boss is like, man, you're getting really technical. I'm like, yeah, you want them to look cool. People want to buy stuff that looks cool. Let me just steal the everything. I'm stealing everything. It's not really stealing. They're both my postings. Let me see what I can post it for. I've got it for 500 there. Let's 550. Make 550 off it. That'd be great. It's really fun when when I make posts, and I have to emphasize that a bike has a kickstand, because that's a thing, I guess. I'm a mountain biker, we don't have kickstands. They're dangerous. We've got to add extra things when I post things to Facebook. Craigslist actually does a really good job with their bicycle page, where they ask things like bike size, make, model, wheel size, the type of handlebars that it has. It's almost 9, yeah. Okay, that's good to know what time it is over there. I'm just gonna say that I live there, and that's why I'm so tired. Hello.
Hey,
How you guys doing?
good. Is Jason here?
Jason is not here until, actually I'm not sure, usually around 3 or 4ish is when he pops in. Give me 1 second. Good afternoon, Village Cycle Shop. This is Paul, Steve, or Jason. This is Paul. Okay. Yep. Yes, sir. It needs some parts. The head shock, so the suspension fork is sort of what it is from Cannondale. The best I can refer to it is it's blown out. It's not really working correctly anymore. And the brakes need to be replaced, as well as one of the grips is kind of melty. Yep, that's the stuff. It's an older bike, and that's kind of the reason that it's so inexpensive, and the fact that it needs things like it needs the brakes to either be bled or replaced. It's just not something that we're trying to actually move as many used bikes out of our shop. We just had a new owner take over, so we're trying to get new stuff in the shop more than some of our used stuff. We are going to be getting some more mountain bikes in. We're picking up a Cannondale line, so we're going to have a few mountain bikes that are coming into the shop. But I do not have a lot of stuff in here right now as far as mountain bikes go. Oh, awesome. You're very welcome. All right, take care.
Anyway, we were just kind of browsing. We didn't even plan on being here. We were eating pizza, whatever. And we just like browse and see if there was a large women's bike here, and I can't believe there is.
There, absolutely.
So,
Yes, it is.
so let me get an Allen wrench and raise the seat, and I'm gonna let her run outside for a few minutes.
Perfect.
Are you guys all wacky about the helmet liability thing, or are you gonna just let her go? She won't sue if she dies.
But will you?
She won't die.
No, we're. I'm a personal big fan of helmets, but that's me. You know, if you decide you don't want one. Yeah.
The store policy, that's all.
No, there's. As of right now, it's not a store policy. That may change. We have new owners, so that may change here in the near future. Have a good night, man. I have a number here. I have to check. I've actually been updating and posting a bunch of our consignment stuff on sale on Craigslist and Facebook. I actually just posted 2 things today, and that last phone call was from a Craigslist post, which is great, but not for that one. I haven't posted that one yet. So you came at just the right time.
So Jason, if Jason was able to sell the shop and still work here, that's good, because that takes some of the pressure off being the mechanic and the owner.
And the owner, and not having a secondary assistant to help him out. And so he is still working here. We do have new owner. The new owner's great.
Yay!
So yeah, go for a ride. Actually, let me check tire pressure real quick. Do they feel okay?
I'm gonna do that in a second. Go stand down and see. Right. I work as a mechanic now, coast to coast.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a little jacked.
Yeah, they're a little low. At least get it to a point where it feels comfortable.
So I know I've experienced that same emotion, but you're on the phone, somebody walks in, you're trying to fix a bike, and they're going to talk about it, and it's like, So I can empathize. So.
I'm pretty good at multitasking.
I'm not.
I just,
So not.
my big thing is I hate having somebody in the shop feel like they're interrupting me because I'm on the phone with somebody else. So I want to make sure everybody knows I can do two things, and I try to let everybody know that I have to help people.
I'm odd. I can be working on the bike, and it's totally my comfort zone. I don't care how messed up the bike is, but when it comes to working casually, I get all flustered, freak out, and screw up, and I can't find an item on the damn cash register. So that lets me be able to empathize with people that don't like to do mechanics work, because I can relate it the other way around.
Right.
Now I can finally see why bike work scares them, because working casually just scares me.
Yeah, and I guess I'm a rare breed. I actually don't mind doing any of this.
Well,
I like electronics, so put me in front of a computer or anything related to that.
that's kind of soft. Don't let me forget to bring this back. I'm going to go out there with it.
Okay.
What was your name again?
I'm Paul.
I'm Dallas, if you don't remember.
I do remember you, Dallas.
You get the back over. Yeah. Big old bike, that's for sure.
I'm going the wrong way again. I have no idea how to use my own gimbal. We're just going in a full circle. All right, so that was today's live stream. I made it to an hour, and I feel like I had content during that hour. I now have customers in the shop, sort of. They're actually outside the shop, but I've got I've got quite a few Facebook messages to get back to on the one bike that I've posted so far, which is that's good news. I would rather have these bikes sold and brought out of the shop versus having the customers who drop them off for us to try to sell have to come get them. So if I can get them all sold here in the next couple of weeks, that'll be spot on awesome. So until then, that's Bike Shop Life. This is my weekly Wednesday live stream on Thursday. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And if you want to see whenever my new content comes out, smash that notification bell. And man, comments are great. I love comments. Wow, they like happen to get here right as it started raining. I feel a little bit bad now. But no, for sure, comments are great. Even if it's just like your video was awesome, always hit that like button and go, hey, your video sucked. If it sucked, but the like button's great. The like button makes me want to go look to see what's getting said. No, I always look, pretty much always reply back to stuff pretty quickly after I've seen that I get comments on stuff too. I don't think I have any videos where I haven't replied back to a comment. So that may change if I ever reach Seth's Bike Hacks level. He's a cool dude. Actually, I drug him out to Grapefruit Trail for his first try out there, and every time he's been out there, I've been out there with him. Even the day he broke his wrist, I felt super bad. I was like halfway into his day. At the beginning of his trip down to Florida, that's when he broke his wrist, which sucks. I know the feeling now. Like I spent 3 days in North Carolina not being able to ride while everybody was out having a good time. And it wasn't even so much the not being able to ride part. It was like I needed help getting out of bed in the morning because I hurt so bad. Like my sternum hurt, my collarbone hurt, my back hurt, my ribs hurt. Like they hurt I had to keep a sling against it, and that was just excruciating. So anyway, I'm rambling on. Until next week, until Sunday. Next week will be another live stream. Again, I don't know. My schedule this week changed. I was going to be off until like noon, but then I started coming in at 9 when the shop opened. So it is what it is. I'll do my best to try to get some feeds in, and then we'll see everybody Sunday. So thanks for pedaling with me.